Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are. So right now I'm playing Call of Cthulhu. Here we're gonna continue from where we left off. Basically, we are trying to solve a case of Sarah Hawkins. She died. Police says she, but it's opposite side of that. Whatever the case is going on, that something happened, something very type of thing. Like I think Sarah Hawkins and the Zulu, but I'm not sure. He's still investigating. Our guy, our guy who was investigating, he he went to the site, the main site where this case was. Like the Hawkin mentions, he found some clues. Then he went to asylum. I don't know how. After following the trail of the, and now we are back at this Hawkins mansion again somehow. And in the process, the cop also died, but cop also died, but he's still alive in the Hawking mansion again. Daytime right now. Don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. If you tune in, make sure you hit the follow button, red button, or share button. And if you already followed, will you back to stream and share this? I think this is Cthulhu.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Really nice. There's no photo mode. Okay. Take a photo.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Why we should investigate first? It's daytime, we should head back to the harbor. That's what I think to do.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
This helped us escape. But this guy was against us. What the hell? I play piano.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Talk to. The hell? Why isn't this?
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the?
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Could be dead. Why isn't this unlocked? Am I missing something?
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
Yeah.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Seem to feeling.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night
What do
we
you
went
mean?
into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then,
Then what?
He remembers.
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
He's
I went to
hiding
visit
something.
you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Why? This guy is a suspect, in my opinion.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Right to truth.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sara Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Why is he going alone now? How to where would I find her? On Google. Okay. Where the hell should I go? How to find it? Okay. Same option. Whether I go from up, whether I go from down. Same thing.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sara Hawkins. Can I come in?
Why it's nighttime on?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
What is she doing here?
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's
Your
you bumping
island?
into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sara Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sara Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack?
Yes.
What happened?
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't
What?
there.
Is this
I should have been there.
shed blood?
What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
Yeah.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, Detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
How did you know Sara?
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
Did she?
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here?
Yeah.
How do you know
What
her?
is she doing?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
What about
Did
this?
your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you are so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
But what the hell is this?
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
This is the painting. There was blood here. Weird song.
Did she really care for him after all?
Now let's shift off the actor which demand the body of this and sorry to inform you that I can body face man which is large. Okay, 5 feet doctor.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Finally,
A house of artists. A house of artists.
This is
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
finally one.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Possibly.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Don't know. This this is the weird painting. It drove
The
him
Chandler.
mad.
I need to see it.
Drove him mad. Let me upgrade my credit. 5 point. Investigation not spot hidden friends. Check out. Right now. What's my sanity? Channel is shaken.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Phonograph? I think I saw a phone. Yeah.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
Francis, I should never let them take you away. What have I done? Everything is my fault.
Yes, precisely.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Why did you update this?
I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sara Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Yeah, it is strange.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
And
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
fire.
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext? The body language? I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
What are you
And
doing?
you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Sanders Gallery. Sanders Gallery. Read the book. This will affect your destiny. What the fuck? Kind of encyclopedia of money. If they exist. What the fuck, man? Couldn't have read this. Oh fuck. Repeat.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Didn't know this shit. What kind of money? This is strange place. Is this like whale or spark or something? One of the characters from Call of Cthulhu Dark Suffer. That's
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
the fuck is this art? Is this guy taking selfie?
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
This shit. Don't even know what it's. Oh, this is fucked up painting. The fuck happened? What the fuck? He's experienced the same shit that guy experienced. The one who fuck, I have to stage him.
What the hell was that?
What the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck? Can't he fight me?
What the hell was that?
Fight? Oh. Damn it. I don't even know which one I just closet.
What the hell was that?
The fuck is closet? The hell I'm supposed to do? Just says assemble in the painting.
I can't even touch it.
What the hell I'm supposed to do?
No way out. What the hell was that?
No.
That thing came out of this painting. There has to be. Maybe if I destroy it.
This destroy how? To check this, how should I destroy it? Can't keep on this stuff.
What the hell was that?
God.
What the hell was that?
Fuck me.
What the hell was that?
Fight.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Come on, come on. This didn't work. Maybe something else.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
The dagger is important. Should I use all daggers?
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
Oh, fuck.
Damn. Did it hit?
Come on.
That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Wait, this is the damn closet. Fucking hell, man.
I could try tearing the painting with this thing. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
What will work then?
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Come on. No dagger is working.
What the hell was that?
The closet is. Oh man. Just need to choose the right weapon.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Fuck. The fuck? Let me see. Will work. And this is dagger. On the corner.
What the hell was that? This dagger looks different.
have to look up.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about the monster.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
And why didn't he use?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Bookstore. Builder's fuck. Yeah.
Where's the bookseller?
Okay.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Let me see. Is still shaken.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
As will come. PUBG, I don't have PUBG, bro. hell is this? Lady crying.
What happened here?
Less bookstore.
Let's start over. Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
This is the
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
possible. The clue.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
This shit.
What the? Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins.
This is Sara.
What sort of power did Sara Hawkins' painting possess? Sara Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Look what it is. Am I stuck like this?
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sara Hawkins case.
It is fuck.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
And stored and burned. The fern be given to will of this world. Following message of capital importance whoever read this line. Witty, sharp as mine. Then hope to gain access to precious possession lies within this combination. Are we found in 3 shells, each written their life and study is inward if order pleasure, but disorder delight. Despite my preference for organized, I must admit privilege. By chance, the person, should I say, watching it and find the combination of safe, I would ask the deliberate safekeeper, Professor Armitage of that university. The content of this safe is not digest of knowledge, but also weapon, but is far too dangerous for it to fall.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Arkham editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham edition. Arkham editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions?
The fuck?
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
You read the book.
What does
Yeah,
this
read it.
strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
I found the 2 cylinder, I need one more cylinder.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. Things are not looking good.
Here. It's in 1 cylinder. Also, he says cylinder. Where to be found. Oh, I have all 3.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Volume 9.
The Queen has little protection. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular
This is
volume.
3.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular... So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
5, 6, 7.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Listen again.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
What did Drake say about this collection?
This is the nightmare.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, this is the one. Nightmare lyric.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Does he mean what he's...
Dear friend,
this again.
I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Browsing through them. I don't get it. I'm pressing the...
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, this is the volume, man.
So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a
Browsing through
particular
them.
volume. So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Fuck. I browsed everything. What the hell am I missing? Code, man.
What did Drake say about this collection?
1908. Would 1908? Can be. Was there three?
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that... What did Drake say about this? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Mention the university.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Also.
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these
I
are the
don't see
volumes
the
that Drake
relevance.
was talking about in his message.
What the hell? Eight.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works
Oh
of
fuck,
Arkham editions
man! I
that you
know
sent me.
this.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed
The Queen has
particularly
little
relevant
protection.
to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
He has little foot. Let me. It will happen. I mean, I
So
don't
these are
find
the
any
volumes that
relevance
Drake
with
was
this,
talking
like
about in his
Nightmare
message.
lyrics. What the
What
hell
did
is
Drake say
Nightmare
about this
lyrics?
collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say
Little
about
work.
this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
It is late. I mean,
So
why is
these
it
are the
he opening
volumes that
these up?
Drake was talking about
There
in
might
his
be some
message.
clue. Might be some clue. We try some. Let's see if it works. How do I rotate it? Okay. Online zero. Didn't work. Nine That is 9. One he mentioned is 9.
What did Drake say
This is
about this
9,
collection?
18, 1, 8. 1, 8. 1, 8 and what? 1, 8, 9 maybe. 1, 8. This should fit in. Let me try one more thing. Where is mention of pearls and
Drake
stuff?
talked about a particular volume.
There's no pearls here.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
It's 3. That should not be.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
That is.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
This is the one. The emerald tablet. I think he mentioned this. Let me see again.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed,
Precious
set in
stones.
divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear
There's
friend,
something to do
I
with
thank you
the-
again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I
9
never
is the
tire
last
of
one, I
browsing
think.
through them.
So these are the volumes that Drake was
There is
talking about in
mention
his
of
message.
queen or something.
What
Mention
did
of
Drake
queen.
say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
These are prediction and shit.
What did Drake say about this collection?
5, 6, 7.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
King Solomon. 4. 7, 4. Why? I don't get you, bro. Oh, Sam. This shit didn't even work. Fuck man, I'm looking. I was right about 9. My order was wrong. And one book is wrong. I chose the wrong book. 9 is correct. And this one is... This one is... E. Now it works. The heck is happening? Oh fuck. We're back again. Already.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Why?
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Where is
I don't
he?
recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole
This is the
island.
same like vampire.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
What does that mean?
30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
His body is
I almost
mutated.
don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These symptoms are worse.
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps.
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat?
Yeah.
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
What the... Getting this office. Edward. Almost didn't recommend.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
What is that?
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What happened?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Looks like the guy from The Way Out.
Could this have been avoided? Mrs. Sanders? Oh, God!
Mrs. Sanders? The hell is she doing there? Dead? Fuck is...
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no.
This doctor feels off.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean.
Boiler room.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
This is bizarre. What's up in... This is look.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
What is wrong with...
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Drag tournament. How do I distract her?
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
And... With this...
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Dr. Colden?
Okay.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Have Dr. Fuller. Whatever the fuck his name.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
At that Donovan lady.
Dr. Colden.
Yeah.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Oh no.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Is she do?
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And we had a patient come up from the psychiatric wing. Were you able to see him?
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
It happened.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Dr. Colden?
He's not talking.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Talked about the patient. That a guy came in just right now. I was.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor. Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale.
I'm trying,
I know
Doctor.
what I
I'm
have to
trying.
do now.
It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Off the wall. Precision.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
said one new guy came in. He was there.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
He's okay.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
This is the battle.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Hey man, how are you?
You know you can't trust Fuller.
I know, but he isn't the only doctor here.
Yes, but since he treated your injuries, he is your referring doctor now.
You're right. I shouldn't take the risk.
Nothing would be prescribed to you that hasn't been approved by him.
But I really need the treatment.
What are you suffering from?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I don't get why they have us wait.
Burdening her with work.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I'll tend. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. Dr. Fuller always... The boiler room key is not in its place.
Where's the boiler room?
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Fuck me. Fuck.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Where the fuck is the key?
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
This is... The heck is the key?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
Boiler room key. How should I find it? Be some way.
Says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
I should go back to her.
It's so unfair.
No.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
No key here for.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. We're running out of this I know once again. Can't Donovan takes her.
Ellen, unless I do this, I can't do shit. I don't even know where the hell is. Maybe that guy has to keep on who's washing.
Don't go falling over. That would be stupid.
He doesn't. Pharmacy.
Do you want something?
Yeah, the key.
I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor.
Going in circles.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
No, but
that
I...
Fuck off, bitch. The fuck is the key, man? Not even a tool that I can break in. Oh.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key. The boiler room key is not in its place. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Storage room. Washroom, surgical ward. Fuck me.
Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
This is bullshit.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty. I'm looking for the key to the boiler room.
What for?
To put it in its place. Perhaps I should do the same with you.
I beg your pardon?
I suspect you of having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. But be warned, it could easily be you they will all be laughing at tomorrow.
Fine.
You are right, Doctor.
The key is in the dormitory office in Block B.
Thank you.
Where the
I shall
fuck
go
is that?
fetch it.
Dormitory. Dog. This is Block B. Is it here? Here's the key.
The key to the
Finally.
boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Finally got this. This boiler room.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Find it. Great. Up should I find? They could use one of the.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Up to where I find. There's hidden clue here. Yes, found it.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Go back to Elizabeth. Go back to.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
That bitch is gone.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
No option. Still are missing file.
I should go another way. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
But what's the hint? Like this. Have to build this up. everything's based in direction. Then no clue about this diagram or something.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
This is in opposite direction. This should be this way. The boat sails this way. Opposite.
I've unlocked something.
Oh,
Patient files. I was right.
Move +7. Hit the other one. Excellent. Now what? Is the
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient? Sara Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what's the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
okay. There it is.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Perhaps. Out here. Hidden here. Would I check this one? I need to find hidden clue. There. Found it.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
First, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
What are her abilities? These are sleeping pills.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then
I think he
James
drove
came,
her mad.
irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him.
What is he doing
I
there?
presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Who should those fingers off for? Sara Hawkin. Who am I missing?
Of course. Sara Hawkins is the connection.
Or she? Sara Hawkin.
I must go back to the basement.
Go to shy cat quickly. The psychiatrist. This is psychiatrist. Surgical.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Lord. What is she doing? Shit.
Dr. Colden?
That place. But no, we escaped with Edward Pierce. The fuck?
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh, fuck. He had us. He's gonna do something.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around.
Oh,
Slowly.
this is that guy, book owner. I mean bookstore owner.
Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you! Now you won't be able to escape his will! What did it show you?
We did wrong. Or through someone else. Why the hell this is locked? I've read, I've taken all the books and still this is locked.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sara Hawkins' corpse.
Sara Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden.
Necronomicon?
She was at the Riverside Institute.
Is it Evil Dead?
She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yeah. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Gotten. Everything is trap here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done for today. I'll be back. Because I didn't do the stream yesterday for the Call of Cthulhu. So I will do tomorrow, although my day is off, but I'll do Call of Cthulhu tomorrow. So I play this mostly on weekends. So I'll be back tomorrow for Call of Cthulhu. And maybe I'll do some other stream. So thank you for tuning in. If you like the content, make sure you hit that follow button, right button, or share button. I'll see you guys later for more Call of Cthulhu.